New show alert. New show alert. We starting a new show called Blood and Water. Let's get into it.
Ain't it obvious? I just got the check for depositing. $750 for the sound wave to get it processed. Won't stop till that shit weighing down my pockets. My main things to my main thing, she a blossom. When she ease the pain with the brain, she a doctor. She open up, then a thing thicker than the plot gets. Swear that shit is awesome. Sight for the optics. Young nigga on top, Nike's all I'm rocking. So that all they see is checks from where the head to where the socks fit. No logo on the bifocal, flicking no roach tips. Won't even show my face until all the shows book. Need the cash in advance, leave them all social. I'm the guy they chosen. Rise up like the rose and put them on a poster. All the way up in the sky where the stars posted. Sip it on that rose, I put it down on coasters. Stack francs from the waves till I own the ocean. More praises for the sayings, let it all soak in. They like, hey, that shit is flame, bitch, I know I rode it. Going tight.
Hey, welcome back to my channel. This is Abby with Abby Reviews, and this is going to be my review for Blood and Water, which is a new show on Netflix. Season 1 has downloaded, I want to say a couple days ago on Netflix. The whole first season has dropped, and I saw the trailer. I did a live react to the trailer, and I'm very intrigued with this story. So I'm not going to get into the big overview that came from the trailer. We're just going to get into the first episode. Y'all bear with me. I'm trying to get my blanket to act right and cover my legs because I'm freezing. All right. So, we start at this home. It's a home of this, it seems to be well-off couple. They seem to be having a party. There are the two kids. It's a husband and wife and a son and daughter, and they are having looks like a 17th birthday party. So the original thought was, oh, it's baby girl's birthday because they have a daughter and a son. The daughter's the older of the two children. I thought it was her birthday, but apparently it is not. Mom is looking for matches to light the candles on the cake. So baby girl goes to get matches out of her room, and when she goes, there is a door that is closed, and she stops and stares at it before she goes to get the matches. Now, while all this is going on, she's steady getting text messages from her best friend Zama, who's trying to get her to come out. And she's like, no, I can't, I can't, and you know why. And then we find out that the birthday party is actually for their missing sibling. So mom and dad, their first baby that they had, her name was, did I write down the baby's name? I don't know. I don't think I wrote down her name. We'll get to it eventually, I'm sure. But mom and dad had a baby girl, and apparently that baby girl was stolen. So, and they never found her again. So every year, apparently, mom is part of her coping mechanism for having her baby stolen, and not knowing what happened to her. So it's not like they found a body and they had a funeral. It's just the baby is missing. So every year mom has a birthday party. Okay. So, it looks like the parents aren't getting along, where they're not staying in the same home anymore. They both give the dad gives the kids, the surviving children, gifts, and tell them he's trying to work it out with their mother. The young girl's bestie is still trying to get her to leave the house. She gets frustrated with the mama because the mama is acting real crazy. And so she decides to sneak out and go hang out with her best friend. The young lady's name is Puleng, P-U-L-E-N-G. All the names are like they're foreign. I want to say African names. So I may have a problem pronouncing some of them, just charted to my head and not my heart. So, they get in the Uber, and they're pre-gaming, having a little sippy sip out of a flask. Puleng and Zama, her best friend, and she was like, it's a house party, but we're on the VIP guest list. Now, what kind of house party are you having that has a VIP? Y'all going to a kickback? Okay, girl. but we'll get there. And she was like, her boyfriend put her, Zama's like her new rich boyfriend put her on the VIP guest list. And she's dragging her friend along as Pulang as a +1. So they get to the door, and of course, she's on the list, and her friend is not. So Pulang is like, so her best friend turns around and she said, just wait 1 minute, right here. I'm gonna go get him, and we gonna get you in. And that's exactly what she does. She goes to get her little boyfriend, and they get her into the party. And then once she gets in, her best friend pretty much ditches her to go hang out with the boyfriend. She's wandering, Pulang is wandering around this party, and she bumps into this boy, this dope boy, and he burns her sweater. She then wanders back in and goes to the bar, and she's trying to get the bartender's attention to get a ginger beer. And clearly nobody's paying her any mind. And so this other girl comes up to the bar, and they have a short conversation. They seem to hit it off, and she is able to get the bartender's attention so they can get some drinks. And then the other girl wanders off, tells her have a good time. So Pulang is wandering around this party drinking her ginger beer. She doesn't know anybody but her best friend, and her best friend has ran off with her little boo thing. And so she's just wandering around in and out of rooms trying to figure out what's going on. And she wanders in to one of the bedrooms where her friend and the little boyfriend, and he is giving her head. And she's like, oh my God. So her friend runs out and talks to her, and she was like, I'll come find you when I'm done. All right, girl. So she wanders away, and she sits down on this sofa, and she starts to hear this vibrating. And there's a phone that fell down in between the couch cushions. So she answers the phone, and the woman is like, Wade, where are you? You should have been home, blah, 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 blah. And she was like, this is not Wade, this is Pulang. And she was like, who is this? And she was like, this is his mother. Put Wade on the phone now. And so she's talking to the people who were sitting on the sofa. She's like, is any of you Wade? And they're like, no. And so she's wandering around the party trying to find Wade. Wade is the photographer for the night. And so she runs into him, and she was like, hey, your mama's on the phone. She want to talk to you. So he talks to his mama. My neighbors are so loud for no reason. And so he talks to his mother. His mother's really telling him to get his ass home. Wade asks Pulang for her number, and she's like, she gives it to him once they hang out for a little while. And Wade asked her, did the girl that she bumped into at the bar, he shows her a picture of her. He's like, do you know her? Because y'all favor a lot. It's around the eyes and things. Y'all look alike. And she was like, no. And he was like, her name is Filkis. I want to say that's how, Filkis, but everybody calls her Fix. F-I-K-S, Fix. And it's actually her birthday party. So, which is this, she was, and the Pulang was like, well, it's her birthday today, or was it later on in the week? And he was like, no, her birthday is today. And she was like, oh, that's wild, because my sister's birthday is today as well. Oh, merciful Jesus. So she finally stumbles on home and tries to sneak in through the window. Her mama was waiting for her in the bedroom. I don't know why the kids think, okay. So she tells, so she and her mom have a talk, and she tells her mother that they only go along with this birthday situation for the parents. She was like, we never met her, so we don't have the same connection. It's not the same for us. So we only go along with this for you guys. And she tells her mother that it makes her and the brother feel unloved or not as loved, because the mom and dad go through so many hoops with the daughter that's missing, and the brother and sister always seem like an afterthought. So we then go to baby girl. It plays lacrosse for her high school, and it seems like she has some type of fugue state or a panic attack or something in the middle of the game where she freezes, and that's not helpful because that helps them lose. So she's in, and then because she sees everybody looking at the phone, at their phones, and then looking at her and whispering and pointing, and she's trying to figure out what the hell is going on. So the game is over. They lost. She is in the locker room. One of her teammates, which is this white girl, is giving her a whole bunch of jazz about losing the game. They are about to get to a physical altercation. So this is the part where I would have whooped this white girl's ass. Let me be very clear about what would have happened if this had been me. The white girl says to her, and I quote, "Maybe your daddy should have sold you into slavery instead of your sister." Studying news report has students get into an altercation and one student beat the bricks off the other, because I would have tore that ass up. You can't just say any and everything out your mouth and think that it's going to be okay. Now, you have the right to say whatever you want, but you also have the right to get these repercussions for what the fuck you just said, bitch. What the fuck you not going to do? So what happened is that everybody was looking on their phones and at their and pointed at her because there was a news story saying that her father had something to do with some human trafficking rings, starting with her sister. She, of course, is upset. Now, something else has got to be going on with her, because she gets pulled into the principal's office, I'm assuming, because of course she got into the fight with the girl. He says her grades are dropping and she is just having all sorts of issues. So, and that she has a disciplinary hearing and she can't be late to the disciplinary hearing or they're going to automatically suspend her. The mama is, of course, yelling at her, like, "I need you to get your life together, blah, blah, blue, blue, blue." And so they talk to the dad, and dad is like, "Don't worry about this. It's nothing." Of course, one investigation leads to the other. They're talking about reopening the sister's case, and that is nothing. So Pulang is at home, and so she goes into the room that was closed the day of the birthday party, and it's actually the missing sister's nursery. And on the walls is like, you know how they had somebody is following the case. There's pictures. There's like newspaper articles. Somebody has actively been investigating what happened to baby girl this whole time. I'm thinking it's the mom. So she looks and she goes and she grabs what the artist rendering of what the missing sister should look like now. And she takes that picture and she goes to the IG account of the girl who was at whose birthday party it was, Fix, who Wade said she looked like. And so the artist rendering of what the sister would look like now, and the girl, it's a resemblance there. And there is a feeling that Pulang just can't shake about this girl, that there's something going on there. So, and her parents are really rich people, so they could have easily, if they couldn't have kids, they could have bought one. So, she finagles an invitation from Wade, who goes to school with the girl, to come to some type of gala. They're having some swimming thing and he has to take pictures and stuff. So he is kind of like a pseudo date. So he invites her. She's just going there to get closer to the girl because she thinks she needs to get a DNA test to prove whether the girl is or is not her sister. So they're at the swimming thing. She tries to go through the girl's bag because the bag is sitting next to her. And they formally meet. She's like, hi, my name is Blasey Bloom, blue, blue. She realizes that she's late to her disciplinary hearing, so she has to take off. And as they're leaving the disciplinary hearing, and the dad is going off on her like he should be, he's like, give me your phone. You're not going to have it until after this is all said and done. And get your ass somewhere and sit the fuck down. That's what you going to do. As they're leaving the school, the police have shown up and they arrest the daddy. The daddy is like, listen, I don't want y'all involved with my shenanigans. This is not anything that I want to get on you. I'm freezing. Just let me handle it. The mom is saying they have to keep their distance away from their dad to protect their reputation until this is over with. She and the little brother are talking later on in their bedroom, and she tells him that she's got a plan. And then she talks to her mama, and at the end she's finagling her way to get. She was like, I don't want to fight the disciplinary action. I would rather just switch schools. And she wants her mom to enroll her in the school that the girl goes to. And that's how the first episode ended. I feel like this is going to go real left real fast. And I absolutely can't wait. If you've seen Blood and Water, drop down in the comments. Let's discuss this first episode. Tell me what you think is going to happen. Please, no spoilers yet, because I've only seen the first episode. I'm watching them episode by episode and then reviewing them and dropping them. So, let's just talk about the first episode. What do you think? I am intrigued about what is going to happen, and I can't wait for the next episode. So, please like, comment, and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.